It's an unnerving thought for any parent that their child might have been molested by a teacher.
But what if the teacher had been accused before and was allowed to keep teaching? That's the reality for one set of North Texas parents. News 8 investigator Charlotte Huffman joins us tonight with their story and what she found buried in one teacher's personnel file. Charlotte?
Over the next 2 nights, we're going to walk you through what's become a nearly year-long investigation called Passing the Trash. But we begin tonight with the disturbing case of a Dallas area teacher who repeatedly sexually abused a student. He claims she was his only victim, but as you're about to see, our investigation brings that claim into question and prompts authorities to reopen a case nearly 15 years old.
This is a mom haunted by what happened inside a school she thought was safe, with a teacher she thought she could trust.
When you close your eyes to go to sleep, it's when it comes to you, the things that were happening to her, what he's done to her.
He was John Graham Letty, an elementary teacher, now convicted sex offender.
Both out of the state of Texas versus John Letty.
In court last month, the girl's father explained how, like many parents, he did everything he could to protect his little girl.
And I never knew it would happen to my daughter. To me, I failed her.
It was the spring of last year. Letty was teaching second grade at Life School, a charter in Oak Cliff. He often tutored students who didn't speak English very well. The tutoring sessions would happen after school, when few people were left around. That's when records show Letty bribed the young girl with chocolate Twix candy bars to go upstairs to another classroom alone on the second floor, away from the other students.
When they went upstairs into the room, she said that he would lock the door or turn the lights off so that nobody could see what was happening.
On multiple occasions, the 64-year-old teacher would put the 7-year-old girl in a chair and begin kissing her on the cheek and then on the mouth.
She said it was a different type of kiss because he would put his tongue in her mouth.
He'd then force the child to engage in oral sex. The victim endured much more, but the details are too explicit to say on TV.
I knew it was something wrong, but I never thought it was this.
The abuse went on for 2 months before Letty quietly left the school, saying he was retiring. 4 months later, the girl broke her silence. But by then, Letty had been in 8 different schools working as a substitute teacher at Coppell ISD, according to the district.
What if my daughter hadn't talked? Who would have been next?
Late last year, police arrested Letty. They charged him with aggravated sexual assault of a child and indecency with a child. At first, he denied it, even said the 7-year-old seduced him.
And I was actually getting ready to leave the room when he called me back and decided, he told me, wait, I just changed my mind, I want to tell you the truth. And I said, what's that truth, Mr. Letty? He said, I took advantage of the innocent child.
Letty told police the girl was his only victim in 15 years of teaching. Law enforcement, investigators, and attorneys believed him.
We weren't so easily convinced, so we gathered every record we could get our hands on from every district that Letty ever stepped foot in, starting with the district he left right before coming to the charter school.
At Dallas ISD in 2013, we found an internal email from administrators who say Letty's contract has been terminated and cannot be appealed. We pressed officials to tell us why he left Dallas, but they wouldn't, citing confidentiality laws. What we do know is this: Dallas ISD added Letty to its do not hire list just weeks before the charter school hired him. State school employment records show before Dallas ISD, Letty had short stints in other districts. There was Plano, Grand Prairie, Arlington, and Fort Worth in 2002, where we found this: a report of child sexual abuse filed against Letty nearly 15 years ago at McRae Elementary in Fort Worth. The allegation? Male teacher kissing female student. The student was an 8-year-old. She, too, didn't speak English very well. She told her parents that oftentimes her teacher, Mr. Letty, would call her into a classroom alone, put her on a chair, give her chocolate candy, and ask the child for a kiss.
The student then told her parents that she was afraid to go to school because her teacher tries to kiss her. What goes through your mind when you hear that?
What my daughter told us. He did the same thing, put on a chair, kissed her, give her chocolate. So it's pretty much the same thing.
We couldn't ignore the similarities between the two cases, nearly 15 years apart. Neither could Dallas County prosecutors. After making them aware of the Fort Worth case, prosecutors introduced it in court.
Were you aware of any other investigations conducted by a school district on Mr. Letty, on your ex-husband?
Yes.
Back then, Fort Worth ISD put Letty on administrative leave because of a risk of sexual abuse. Investigators, though, couldn't substantiate the allegation, so the district tells us they brought Letty back to work. They issued him this written reprimand. You should consider the potential negative implications to you professionally should you engage in other similarly ill-advised actions.
And this was 15 years ago. Does it make you think that maybe it could have been stopped?
It could have been stopped, or the school district should have been paying more attention to the teachers.
We trust teachers more than we trust any other profession in the world. And for a teacher to take advantage of that trust and use that to fulfill his sexual drive.
Mr. Letty, would you please rise?
Armed with our new information, the judge sentenced him to 20 years.
Good luck to you, sir.
Well, following our discovery from 2002, investigators hope to reopen that Fort Worth case. Letty is now behind bars, but what about the predatory teachers who aren't? We found dozens of teachers accused of physically and sexually abusing students. Many of them headed back to their North Texas classrooms in the morning. That story when our investigation continues tomorrow night. Charlotte Huffman, Channel 8 News.